Welcome to 1 Minute Psychology Screening. Let's start with someone everybody knows. Donald Trump. The first I mention is risk-aversion. Donald Trump is someone who obviously tried many things in his life. Real estate, reality, TV shows, US presidency. When you try something new, you take the risk to fail. In that manner, I suggest to place Trump more as a risk taker in the yellow area, the adventure archetype. The adventure is marked by three characteristics. He is low in risk aversion, so it is someone who likes to take risks, not because he's in a risky situation, as a matter of fact, but because he likes to take risks. He's also polychronic, which means that it is the kind of guy who does things at the last minute without planning, and so it is also someone who is extroverted, so who is not afraid of making friends, talking to other people. So of course, Donald Trump would be considered an adventurer. Here we've got four. These are the four temperaments. So the top right is the adventurer. It's someone who does the things at the last minute, someone who's extroverted and who likes to take risks. Now we've got one trait for which he would be romantic. It's abstractedness. It means he is not precise. He looks at the big picture of things, at the big idea. For example, recently he said that Seoul had 40 million people. It's much less, but what he wanted to say beyond the exact number of the population of Seoul is that basically there are many people. And he didn't know the exact number, even though he pretended he knew. But what it shows us is that his mind is more abstract than it would be concrete. The last two traits that we assess in this format is masculinity versus femininity. So he is masculine, Donald Trump. He wants to win. He's like the winner, someone who's very masculine, who wants to beat everybody else, is very masculine. So of course he's masculine. The last one here is collectivistic versus individualistic. So American culture is the most individualistic culture in the world, and Donald Trump is very American, so he is very individualistic as well. Now we've got the result. So we've got 3 for adventure, 1 for romantic is the green, 2 for the warrior temperament, and none for the protector temperament. The goal of doing such assessments is, of course, to understand people in their individuality, but also to understand how they interact with other people. So for that, we need to assess other people as well. I was first thinking of assessing Xi Jinping, but I realized I don't know him enough. I'm French, so I know Macron, so I did an assessment. So Macron is more in the blue, so he doesn't take many risks. He's more concrete than Trump, and he's more collective than Trump. He's also extroverted. Like Trump, he's masculine, and unlike Trump, he's monochronic. So here we've got Trump, the adventurer, and Macron, the protector. So we can place them in this diagram in such a way. So, but this is not only to make a diagram, but really is to predict, and actually we've already seen that. But so let's start with Trump. So he's, as an adventurer, that's the kind of guy who does what he wants and without, just for fun, just because he wants it this way. And the protector is the kind of guy who believes in righteousness, like you. And we can imagine, like, Macron say, hey, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you should ask us. Macron is more of a protector, so he's more collectivistic. So he thinks that, hey, Trump should not do what he wants, or he can do it, but he may want to ask us what we think first. And so Macron's going to be the kind of guy who's going to say, hey, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, because, we've got rules and... But then, so this is, for example, what we get from such a diagram. And we can include more people, for example, Anthony Fauci, the epidemiologist, or Putin, or whoever we wanted. We would assess them and place them on this diagram and understand what is the reason why they interact in such a way with each other. So this was just an introductory video, and stay tuned for some more.